All right. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing this lovely, lovely Friday? The weekend is here. I'm ready. Are you ready for the weekend, Ebeth?
I am so ready for this weekend.
It is time. It is time to just sit back, unwind, and do absolutely nothing for a few days, right?
And it's my anniversary this weekend, so I'm doing the massage thing and doing a little self-care. So
Well, happy anniversary.
thank you. Thank you. Super excited.
How many years? How many years?
22 years.
22. Oh, girl, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a lucky girl.
Yes, yes. And I am actually talking about celebrations. I'm celebrating my birthday on Wednesday.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Thank you. So
You're a Leo.
we're going to start celebrating. Yes, Leos, mighty Leos.
You? Yeah.
Leo, girlfriend, high five. High five. Okay. You have some mighty Leos here today, ready to chat with you guys. So let me just go ahead and jump to this because otherwise, I have the gift of gab.
As do I.
And we were having a little technical difficulty. Zoom did not want to push to the Facebook group, so we just reversed it because that's what we do. We're like, we'll just go ahead and deliver it here on the Facebook page and then push it to the group later. So the group, you guys are probably like, what? So Mamas and Coffee, I'm Sybil, aka Mom Jones, and I am the creator and owner of Mamas and Coffee. And I started having coffee chats where I like to bring women on to share their tips and tricks and just help us all through life, because you know what, we all need a little help sometimes. We're going to just be real. We all need a little help sometimes. And I'm a firm believer that we learn through other people's experiences and other people's stories. So Mamas and Coffee is all about empowering women to know who they are, love who they are, and be who they are. And I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Ebeth. It's been over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
We met at the Rosie Network. I was going through their program, learning about business, because some guys give them life together. And she told me that she was a style coach. That's what she does. I was like, what? Oh my God, what? That's why I'm dressed today, y'all. When you about to talk to someone who gets you together with some style, you gotta at least act like you get your life together sometimes. So
you look fabulous. That color is amazing on you.
Thank you, girlfriend. Thank you. My little one, fashion diva girl, she helped me get my life together today. So yeah. So let's dive on in. I'm gonna give a little background of who Ebeth is, and then she's going to tell us about herself. All right. So Ebeth Goad is a personal wardrobe stylist, a style educator, and an active duty Navy spouse. She is originally from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and attended college at Elon University. Did I pronounce that right?
You did.
Okay. All right. And what does she do, y'all? Let me tell y'all. She teaches women simple solutions for how to look and feel their very best without breaking the bank. Often by shopping where?
In their own closet.
Closets. Like, how many of you have clothes galore that you haven't worn or even seen in forever? Me. Okay. The immediate boost in self-esteem is a jump start on their journey to success. So Miss Ebeth, take it away. Tell us a little bit more about you, because we wants to know, girlfriend.
Well, thank you so much for having me here. It is such an honor, and I just love you and your mission. I think that That's fabulous. I'm all about empowering women. As you know, empowering women through their wardrobe is my thing. So as you heard, I've been married for 22 years to the love of my life, and I started on this Navy journey at that point. I'm a former plus size. I was a size 26 when my husband and I got married, and that's a really important part of my story and part of the reason that I became a personal wardrobe stylist, because I felt like it was really important to teach women how to overcome the overwhelm that they may have when it comes to body confidence and just having too much in their wardrobe. So lifestyle changes, particularly with military spouses, we're starting over constantly. And we have an opportunity that gives us a beautiful opportunity to recreate ourselves. And so we really, it's my mission to help women sort of step into the shoes of the woman they aspire to be so that they can become that woman. So just to give you a little background, I'm a former litigation adjuster in the insurance industry, which is just so much fun. Um, and I got tired of starting over, like with each duty station. We've moved 15 times and it was too much. And
Whoa,
so
whoa, 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 whoa.
Mhm.
You moved how many times?
15. This last move was 15.
15.
Mhm. It's a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Yes.
And that whole starting over thing really, it also chips at your self-esteem if you let it. And so yeah, I decided to get some education. So I went to a course with Stacy London, who you may recognize from the show What Not to Wear. And that is sort of how my style journey began, as far as becoming a stylist. But it really goes back much further. I was an awkward teenager, and my parents had sent me to an exclusive prep school where I just couldn't keep up because I couldn't afford the clothes that my classmates had. And so they sent me to an image development and modeling school where I learned sort of what today we refer to as a capsule wardrobe. But I learned how to mix and match pieces from my own closet, um, and learned the value of having things that looked expensive, but that I wasn't breaking the bank on.
Now, let me ask you, just for some of our viewers who may not know, what is a capsule wardrobe?
A
Like,
capsule wardrobe is a minimal number of pieces that you can mix and match. So you usually start with the basics, like a pair of denim, black pants, black skirt, that sort of thing. And then you can mix it with a small number of blouses, tops, and dresses. And so you can have a capsule for each season, but it's more of a minimalist style wardrobe. Um, I am not I'm a huge fan of capsules for packing, for vacations.
okay, okay.
I don't create so many capsules for my clients because they have an abundance of clothes already in their wardrobe. Yeah.
Okay. So you talked a little bit about like the whole self-esteem part when you were growing up. Do
Mhm.
you find that when you are dealing with either some of your clients or just meeting people out there in the world, because as a military spouse, you're constantly, as you said, you've moved 15 times and you're always meeting new people. Do you often find that there's a correlation with self-esteem and someone's style or lack of?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that what happens, first of all, is that women begin to lose a sense of self. And so they have become busy mothers. They are involved in volunteering aspects, that sort of thing. And they really, when they are, I think 40 is sort of the sweet spot where it begins to happen, where they begin to really feel, or they may have gotten stuck in a rut wearing, yoga pants and t-shirts and workout gear and that sort of thing, and stop putting themselves together. And if you stop doing that, then you eventually, it chips away at your self-esteem over time. and you forget that you're fully capable of putting yourself together, but then it becomes a real struggle. So there's definitely a correlation between the two. And I definitely, we hear so often about people wanting, being beautiful from the inside out. I think it's important for a woman to see herself as beautiful on the outside, so that she can reach that beauty that's down deep.
Mhm. I agree with that 100%. I will tell you, I have been guilty of kind of letting myself
Mhm.
go. I used to, neighbors used to laugh at me because I would be dressed every day, or I didn't feel I was been getting dressed up. I would just put on a nice shirt and a nice pair of jeans and my heels, and would
Mhm.
have my hair done, and maybe put on a little eyeshadow here or there, or put on some, some popping lip gloss or something. And I would walk my little happy self right out the door. I wasn't going anywhere, nowhere at all. Um, and people would make comments to me about dressing up,
Mhm.
right? Which again, I didn't feel like I was dressing up. I was just getting dressed for the day.
Right.
I started reverting to the yoga pants, the sweatpants with bleach stains.
Right.
I felt and I saw a difference
Mhm.
within myself.
Yes.
My self-esteem, I've always loved myself,
Mhm.
but there was that, I won't say a lack of self-esteem, but just the way that I presented myself to others, and just my everyday feeling about
Mhm.
myself. But on the days I would get dressed,
Right.
you're like, oh, I feel good. I look good today.
Right.
So I agree 100% about that correlation. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit more of a pep in your step, and you're able to. So I'm somebody who also lives with anxiety, and I sometimes it's paralyzing anxiety where I have a difficult time even trying to leave the house.
Mhm.
And putting myself together gives me the confidence that I need so that I can go out and sometimes just do basic activities.
Mhm.
I think it's a shame. I think that there is sort of a mom shaming, or what you were talking about, where you got up and got dressed and people made comments about it. And I think that that is a real shame. And I think it's somewhat of a reflection on them at that point, because they're not doing that and they see how fabulous you look and feel. And maybe, I think often we have to remember that we don't know, they may have their own issues.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Mhm. Mhm.
so it shouldn't stop you. That should not be a hindrance for you to go out and feel great about yourself. So
Agreed. 100% agreed now. Like, yes, yes. my husband would agree with you as well, because he's like, you need to get it together. So yeah. So when you help women
Mhm.
look within their own closet,
Mhm.
now that we have COVID, how are you doing this? Because are you still making house calls,
No,
or
I'm no longer making house calls. I'm completely virtual now. And so what I do is I give them parameters. We have a one-on-one discussion about what their goals are, what would they like to achieve, and then I teach them how to do their own closet audit. So, and I check in with them throughout the day. So I become like a closet coach at that point. And then we weed out what they have in their wardrobe and start from there. I will say it's a challenge right now with getting back to the sweatpants and yoga pants and that sort of thing. It's hard right now. It's hard to want to get up and get dressed.
Mhm.
But even if it's something like as simple as putting on a pair of earrings or a statement necklace with a t-shirt and a pair of distressed jeans,
Mhm.
feel a little bit better. So there's still ways that you can work at home, live at home, and elevate your style without being over the top. Uh,
Mhm.
so yeah.
I like that. I like the closet coach. I like that. Like, So do you do like FaceTime with them?
Yeah, so I do a Zoom call with them initially, and that's where we go over and we discover what their style personality is, and get a real feel about what their body type is and how we can make what they have work for them, and that maybe they've made some mistakes in what they purchased. So we're all guilty as charged. Like I have done the same thing. You see something that looks fabulous and in the store, and then you get it home and you have such buyer's remorse about why did you get it, and or you buy something that looks fabulous on the mannequin, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
and you get it home and it does not work for you. And I just want to remind people, when it comes to body confidence, that fit is key. And what I mean by fit, number one, retailers, ready to wear clothes were not designed for the everyday woman. They just weren't. And so, don't be afraid to use a tailor to achieve fit. But fit also speaks to, not only does it need to physically fit you, but it also needs to fit your lifestyle. So what I find a lot of times is that women have gone from the corporate world and now they are living mom life. And so they have suits and dry cleaning and, that sort of thing that just isn't practical for what their daily life is like. But yeah, so getting back to, I do a Zoom call and then I check in with them throughout the day to find out what they've gone through. Do they have any questions? We often come across challenge pieces, which are the pieces that people they have no idea what to do with. And so they're like, I love this. I think it's fantastic. Right. But what, how do I do this? And so we come up with an action plan for that sort of thing. So,
because one thing you said about like finding the clothes in online or in the store and that perfect fit. Yeah, I think there's so many times I've gone into a store and I will see it on a mannequin and it's like, oh, and get it home and it just is like the worst thing ever, because usually because of the fit. It may fit fine in the waist, but in the, I just call it the butt. I don't know, like the proper fashion, it doesn't fit well there, or the hips, and it's like, instead of saying, let me just take this to a tailor, it usually ends up in my closet because I don't even take it.
right. So let me give you a tip. If you do not like something in 3 seconds, then it doesn't belong in your closet. And
wait a minute, ladies, did y'all hear that?
1, 2, 3 seconds. That's it. So, because it will end up in the back of your closet, taking up valuable real estate for those things that really belong in your closet. And the reason I say 3 seconds is because a first impression is formed in 3 seconds. So if it's not going to work. But what happens is you throw it in the back of your closet and you think, well, maybe someday. That's the worst, is the maybe someday clothes.
The reason I keep doing this is so guilty. She's preaching. Anyone else out there that she's getting y'all right now? She getting you. Like, this is, if you are a Mac, if you're in the Mamas and Coffee group, this is one of those throat punch Thursdays moments where, like, the truth, you getting told about yourself and you just like, ooh, okay.
I'm guilty too. So, and I have to have, every once in a while, I have to, practice what I preach and go in and do my own closet audit. And
you have to get it together too. You have to get it together too.
We all have to. So
now you mentioned some things. You're talking about your body type, and you mentioned style personality. And I think some of us don't really know how to figure that out. But I think you have something
I do. I
You know.
have a course that I just launched that I'm super excited about. And in the course, I teach you about not only how to define your body type, but the right way to dress your body type. So if you are a triangle and we're not fruits, let me just put that out there. So back in the day, we were apples, bananas, pears, that sort of thing. So I decipher that for today, and then teach you how to dress for your body type, and then how to identify your power color, and then how to identify your style personality. So the whole thing, it's called a personal style discovery course, and it's a lot of fun.
So wait, we need to know where we can find that course. Where can we find that course?
You can find it at ebethgoad.com, and there's a section that says courses up in the very top menu, and that's where you'll find it.
So ebethgoad.com. So I'll put that in the comments when we finish, because we tagged your page. So if we're not going to say if you need to go, go and like and follow her page, get all of these great tips that she shares, and make that consult with
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. And I do free consultation. So I do a 15-minute discovery call where we can talk about like what your needs are and that sort of thing. So that is something that I offer. And then, like I said, the course is a relatively inexpensive little boost. So
And we all need that boost. And I think so many times as women, we put ourselves last.
yes.
So there's absolutely nothing wrong with putting yourself first
Mhm.
sometimes. And I think taking care of yourself overall is important, and style is extremely important, because I agree with you 100%, Ebeth, on the whole self-esteem
Yeah.
with getting yourself together. And I love that you say you shop your clients' closets, because we often think we have to spend
No.
so much money on clothes, and you're like, one, you have things in your closet, you just need to figure out what you what you have in there, and learning your body shape and
Right.
dressing, because I'm a tall, thin
Hmm.
lady, and I used to, this is a confession, I have no booty. Okay. Well, I have a little booty. I have a little booty, but I don't have a lot of booty. And I used to try to wear things that required a little booty.
Right.
And one, I didn't know how to find the right fit for myself. And I would look a hot mess, a
Hmm.
hot mess. And it took some trial and errors, but once finding that right fit. And
Right.
like you said, the tailor, we do, my husband is really big on take it to the tailor, and I'm like, I
Right.
don't want to spend the money, and he's like, take it to the tailor. So so
Well, and I think too, like one tip is to break things down to price per wear. And that's one way that you determine whether it reaches your threshold. We each have different thresholds for how much we want to spend on something.
mhm.
And so my thing might be purses, and my thing is purses,
I'm
not
like,
my.
are you confessing to that?
I would say it's a true confession, but pretty much everybody knows this about me. I'm a handbag addict. So, but that's where I choose to spend my money. And so if I break it down to price per wear, then I know it's something I'm going to keep for the long haul. And there's some pieces that you do need to invest in. And there are some pieces that once you've invested in, you definitely want to have tailored, because they're going to stay with you for the long haul.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, we have fast fashion today, and I buy fast fashion too. So, but there is so much fast fashion that there are pieces that you really aren't going to probably keep for the long haul any longer.
Right, right. I call those like back in the day when we were young and clubbing.
Right.
Those
For me, that was way back in the day.
Oh, it was way back in the day for me too. Way back in the day, and those pieces, yeah. But yeah, you do have those signature pieces that you spend that money on, and they do. I have clothes that I've spent money on, and they have been with me for years. Yes, yes, yes. So, Ebeth, thank you for joining us
Oh,
today.
my pleasure. This was so great.
Is there anything else you would like to share with us? I do want you to share where we can find. We know we can find you at Ebeth.
eBethGoad.
eBethGoad.com.
Yes.
Where else can we find you? And if there's anything else you would like to share with us.
So I can be found on my Instagram handle at eBethGoad and Facebook, eBethGoad. Facebook, what is it? Facebook.com/eBethGoad.
Mm-hmm.
HTTPS:/. So so confusing. So anyway, eBethGoad. You can find pretty much everywhere. You can find me as eBethGoad. But I would love for you to join me on the personal style discovery course. That also, I have a sensational style society, which is the group that everyone who takes the course then would get into the style society, and that's where we chat about fashion, and we can see what each other's wearing and give each other tips, and it's a real community of love and confidence. So
I like that. Like I had sensational style, so I wrote that down. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. I love that. So you need some style tips. Here's your lady. She does a free 15-minute consult, correct?
yeah.
So they can connect with you with that through your website.
Yeah, they can connect with me through my website, or they can DM me and I can send them the information to connect with me.
Okay. Do that. If you are struggling, and it's okay if you are struggling with your style. It's okay. It is.
Yes,
It's okay.
it is okay.
It's okay. Reach out to her. Let her do that 15-minute consult. Sign up for her course. Because sometimes we can just start with figuring out our body type, like for real. That I think that is so important.
Right.
And so one other thing I want to ask you, because here at Mamas and Coffee, we're all about knowing you, know you, be you, love you. And I like to know what my guest loves about themselves, because that's important. That is so important. I think that is so important, to be able to identify what you love about yourself.
Oh my goodness, that is a hard question. That is a hard question. I believe.
Oh, no, you can't say you believe, girlfriend.
I know, that's so hard. I like my personality. I feel like I
Whoa. You like your
I
personality?
love my personality. I'll say I love my personality. That sounds so arrogant. I just but I love to meet people, and I love to learn about different people, and I think that compassion and authenticity in others and in myself is sort of the truest part of us. And so yeah, so I don't think I'm articulating that very well, but
No, it makes sense. Got you. I got you. I will tell you, when I first, because meeting Ebeth, walking into a room full of people, you're like, oh, okay, all right. And I zoomed right into you. A couple of reasons is I heard the Southern accent. And I'm a Southern gal, so that
we're drawn to each other.
It was like, oh, and then I loved your style. Like, let me tell y'all, she would come. We met every
other week.
She was on point. every time. I was like,
Thank you.
so no, I love everything about you and what you're doing, and I think that it is fabulous. And so,
Well, and it's a mutual admiration society because I think that your mission is just so amazing. And I just I love what you're doing and I love your community. So,
well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, let me check to see if anybody, we're in 2 different locations, so I'm probably going to miss things. So we'll just come back and respond if any of you have questions. And if you are watching this on Instagram, because we're going to upload it to Instagram and to YouTube, make sure you visit Miss Ebeth, ebethgoad.com, and you can find me at mamasandcoffee.com. All right, folks.
thank you.
Great
Bye.
weekend. All right, so now I'm going to have this moment of hitting this pause, this stop record button.
Okay.
Walk through.